So, welcome to Product Week, the only week where you have to worry about the potential for a full-time sniper. You could, if you also have a good sniper on your team, you could also run full-time or part-time sniper. Sniper has a lot of great positions on this map. That makes him completely viable. Though you would switch one of your soldiers for that probably. You'd want to keep your scouts going. So let's talk about beginning of fights or mid fights. So you usually want to roll out up slope here because it's too easy to get caught inside Japan right here. With like if you try to roll out Japan, the enemy demo can easily ping you for two. Hydro, can you please mute or something? Thank you. So yeah, I would recommend rolling out slope 99% of the time. So, this map is about how many actions you can take per minute, basically, or just actions per second, even. This is about getting your soldiers healthy and getting good fade bombs out to distract the enemy, to get behind the enemy to try and draw players back, or just to bomb directly into them, just to get some action going from your team. Your flank usually plays on concrete side. Remember, this map is mirrored, so saying left and right isn't going to mean the same thing. Like 100% of the time. What I mean by that is Cliff is left for a red team, and Cliff is right for blue team. So lefts and rights are going to be different depending on what team you're playing on. Let's see. During these fights, you kind of want to decide which side you're going to play. Naturally, you'll start off on the left side if you roll out slope right here, but you can rotate it over to right side. Just make sure you're playing together with your team there, that you don't get caught out on one side. Your flank is playing over here, your roamer soldier's kind of trying to control connector right here, and your flank scout should be kind of jumping. If he's not actively in the fight, he should be kind of jumping between these three locations right here, like trying to keep that height and try to keep concrete secured, especially from bombers. Your medic most of the time is going to be hanging out behind the rock right here, just trying to avoid spam. Right here with your demo, kind of getting some maybe carpeting, trying to get some good pipes out, stuff like that. Your pocket scout is trying to like keep enemy soldiers and the enemy demo in check, and whenever your pocket scout gets a decent amount of healing, he needs to be trying to edge the point to draw attention away from your team so your team can take actions. So if your scout gets 185, he can jump up here, guys, I'm edging the point or something, and then your demo knows that, okay, I'm going to be free to make a little bit more of a move here because people are going to be shooting my pocket scout. And you can get a little bit more aggressive and get some better, higher quality stickies out because now you can afford to be aggressive. Yeah, so remember to your flank scout that you are kind of playing as a secondary pocket scout. So adjust your play style as such. So like if somebody bombs your medic, you should help. Most of the time. Okay. So, as with any Koth map, if you control the point, you have slower respawns. So if you have people dead, and you want to... If your people are dead after a fight, and you're taking the point away from the enemy team, you have to be careful not to deny your teammates, especially your medic. So if, like, blue team controls the point, but you just won the fight, and your medic's dead and you want to cap it, wait for your medic to spawn first and then cap it. Because if you cap it before your guys are alive, that's called denying, and it adds like 5, 6, maybe even 7 seconds to their respawn. So if an enemy team owns the point and you're on even numbers, you actually have the advantage because their spawners will arrive first. So whoever owns the point has an inherent spawn disadvantage, so you should keep that in mind. Let's see. Soldiers usually like to establish themselves up on Pride, and for good reason. It's a great spot to spam from, like up here. So Demo Man, if you see anyone getting up on Pride, or Soldiers, if you see anyone up there, you should immediately try to spam them off of it. Just be careful no one runs you down while you're doing that. You just need to be... Yeah, you can't let people stay up there for too long. Yeah, Pocket Scout, most of the time you're going to be kind of playing up, maybe dancing on top of this rock right here, maybe playing on the side with your team, but you're trying to draw fire away from your Demo Man and subsequently the rest of your team. Okay, let's move to forward holds really quick. So forward holds usually have 2 soldiers, your Pocket Scout and your Medic playing over here. Your Medic kind of plays back towards here with your 2 soldiers taking the beam and stuffing this door right here. Your Pocket Scout is playing back and protecting your Medic, just making sure nobody like bombs through like main, or if somebody busts through here, you're protecting your Medic and trying to kill whoever's trying to bust through. Demo Man, you're going to be playing over here. And you're going to be locking down Cliff along with your Flank Scout. Your Flank Scout's usually kind of playing up here, making sure nobody hawks down your Demo Man. For your Demo Man, it can be tempting to do stickies like this right here, but it's pretty easy for a soldier to just blow past the stickies and you to miss the timing. So what I actually recommend is that you, if you're able to, make a mess of stickies inside this room. Because that's what that's going to force the enemy team to do, is it's going to force them to either go somewhere else, or it's going to force them to start like disarming this stuff. So if I'm a scout, disarming this stuff is like, okay, blam, 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 like blam or something. But then when the scout's doing that, the demo can just peek the door and hit the easiest pipe ever, like sending it straight through. So you kind of want them to stop and disarm the stickies and take the time to do that. And hopefully you can even replace them too, but you're looking to pipe whoever's trying to clean up your sticks. Also, it's harder for the enemy team to knock your sticks down. You know, like if somebody hits a rocket on your sticks and they just go flying. If they're already a mess inside this tight room, then that doesn't matter. So, again, I recommend just making a mess of stickies inside of here. Like, just spill them all over the place, and then if someone tries to clean it up, pipe them. Flank Scout, you're going to be up here just making sure your Demo Man doesn't get jumped or like walked at or anything like that. You're just keeping your Demo Man alive for as long as possible. You should also be cautious. If there's threatening main a little bit, you can start to play over a little bit further over to the right to kind of be cautious of down here. I'm talking to your Flank Scout, your Demo Man stays over there and keeps that locked. Any questions about forward holds?
No question,
cool.
Questions here.
Oh, okay. Now, that was a pretty good, cool forward hold, Flugel, but how do we bust out of one? I'm so glad you asked. So, over here, usually what you do is you get your team, like, situated here. You know there's a forward hold happening. And one of your scouts, doesn't matter who, swaps to Pyro. Then your team stops peeking and gets healthy. So you want both your soldiers 300. You want your Pyro 260. It'd be nice if your Flank Scout and Demo had some heals too, but those are the 3 important ones. And then your Pyro, with Beam, gets through here and starts air blasting these soldiers out of the way. So he's just gonna air blast like crazy and get them back and reflect some of the rockets, maybe even do some nice damage. And then your soldiers are gonna bomb out from behind your Pyro to just get in and begin the bust. Usually your Flank Scout. I, as Flank Scout, when I'm in this position, kind of like to play right here, here-ish, if I'm being super safe, because sometimes people will try to shove through these doors while you're trying to bust out, so it's nice to have eyes behind you so you don't get surprised. Your Flank Scout could also be peeking here, but always remember, always, always, always check this right here. Because this is a very common hiding place. Soldiers love to hide right here and wait for oblivious people to walk through. And the great thing about it is it is a shoulder peek, so that you can see them before they see you. So you can just look and say, oh, hey, there's a guy here. Hey, team, there's a free kill in main. And then your team comes around, boom, 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 dead. Like, so that works great a lot of the time. Also, if you're getting forward held, you can also bring out a sniper on this angle. Again, clear this first. Sniper on this angle right here, and you get an angle right where the enemy medic will be standing. Right over there. And that's good to get a nice pick off of right there, and maybe even you can bust your team out with that. Okay. And so that's how you bust out of a forward hold. Remember that this really... If you weren't paying attention to Uber ads and dis ads before, it's really time to start paying attention to them, because it's what Koth is all about, is who has Uber ad, who has Uber dis ad. If you have ad, you want to... Well, whenever you have ad, you want... The entire goal is to take as much time off the clock as possible. And whenever you're dis ad, you're trying to take as little time off the clock as possible. Or... Well, that's more if you own or don't own the point. So, you own the point, you want to own it for as long as possible. And if you don't own it, you want to take it back as soon as possible. So that's what I mean about the Uber ads and dis ads. So, if you have advantage, but you already own the point, you want to maybe try to, if it's possible, to kill their med with your ad and get your ad back again. That's great. That extends your time even more. Or if you just hold on to your ad the whole time and just don't use it at all, you're taking a lot of time off the clock. So hopefully that makes sense. Yeah. So, four-mans. If you're big dis ad and you're excuse me. Okay. If you're a full dis ad and there's enough time on the clock, usually above a minute for you, you can send a four-man. Obviously, if they have less than a minute on the clock, you don't have time to send a four-man. You just need to take the fight and hopefully survive it long enough that the ad doesn't matter anymore. Like, you're kind of forced into their Uber a little bit. You want to try and get them to use it as early as possible so your refight can be good. But if you do have time on the clock and you're big enough dis ad, you can send a four-man, so that's 4 players, everyone except your pocket scout and your medic, and you all bomb in at the same time to try and force their medic to use Uber. That wasn't a very good jump. This is important. It's important that you all work together and talk to each other, that you time this so you all go at the same time. You would want your scouts to go a little bit earlier than your soldiers in demo, or your scout, I should say. Both scouts don't go. Go a little bit earlier, just so you get there around the same time. And everyone you try to find out where the medic is, and everyone's gonna bomb the medic and try to get them to use Uber or kill him. To the flank scout, you're probably not going to reach the medic, so you should be... I mean, if you can reach the medic or do damage, by all means do that. That's the whole point of the four-man. But odds are you won't be able to reach him because you don't have the benefit of flying through the air. But you should try, in that case, to go for a nice pick. Like if you get a demo pick. Because remember, if you're four-manning into them, they probably own the point. So meaning, if you all die, if you get a pick, your players will all be back before that. Their player will be back. Because spawn advantage. So if your scout kills their demo man, then when you all respawn after your four-man, that demo man will still be dead when you're rolling out. And that helps you get more distance. So, just to reiterate, when should I four-man? If you're above, I would say 70% in disad, and you have more, or the enemy team has more than a minute on the clock, is when it would be a decent time to four-man. If it's like less than 70, then you may as well just take a slow fight and play your medic Beatty and just try to build it out during the fight. because because 4-mans are costly. You're giving up about at least 40 seconds just to get Uber ad back. So you don't want to spam it because you're just losing 40 seconds every time you do it. And in Koth, time is name of the game. Yeah. So when the 4-man is sent, usually you bring everyone out, assuming that their medic isn't really close and you can't get used on immediately. You'd bring your beam out, you'd get everyone healthy, and then the moment everyone jumps, your pocket scout and your medic will just both run away to spawn just to be safe and keep building. So maybe you're healing your demo out here or something, your demo jumps away, boom, it's like, okay, let's leave. And your scout and your medic just run back and be safe and spawn while continuously building. Huh. Okay. Okay, how do I defend against a 4-man? The biggest thing about defending against 4-mans is you have to see it coming. So if the two conditions I outlined to you are fulfilled for the enemy team, then you need to worry about them 4-manning. If you know it's coming, it's a little bit easier to deal with, but you can position yourself so it makes it really hard for them to do anything. The ones that I like are having my medic standing up here, pocketing or tanking a soldier, usually your pocket soldier, right out here to spot it, with your pocket scout playing close by up on one of these fences right here. And that gives your medic the high ground and has a soldier helping keep this rock safe, and your scout keeping your medic safe from soldiers. Your demo man is obviously just trying to ping what damage he can as well and stay alive. And your flank and roamer should be covering your sides so that you don't get people going behind you. And they should also be looking for as much damage as possible. Probably your flank scout would be up here on this rock right here, so you have a scout covering over there and a scout covering over here, and that makes a nice corridor for your medic to work with of mostly soldier protection. Yeah. And if you successfully defend against a 4-man, you can immediately move into a forward hold to buy even more time. Any questions?
Nope, not over here.
Okay, cool. The most important thing for you guys to keep in mind when playing this map and any Koth map for that matter is that if you don't own the point, you need to be doing something. You can't be doing if you don't own the point, you can't be doing nothing unless your whole team or most of your team is dead. If you're 70 disad and you're just standing back here building Uber, not sending a 4-man, not taking a kind of passive fight, you're doing it wrong because the other team doesn't have to do anything. They're just taking time off the clock from you. And on the other end, if you're defending the point and the other team isn't doing anything, then you're just constantly winning. Because you're taking more and more time off the clock. And you want to make it so they get here as slowly as possible to this fight where they can start capping the point. So again, this is really important. If the enemy team owns the point and you're doing nothing when you have players alive, something's wrong. Because every second that they take off the clock is you actively losing. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. If there's no more questions, then I think there's a lot more to product than that, but I think that's some good guidelines to follow for right now until you get a little bit more used to it.
Okay, the last thing I want to ask is what should be the plan in the initial mid fight?
I think I talked about that at the beginning. You're usually trying to go bomb off damage or get a soldier behind, but your soldiers kind of take the initiative there. They might be fade bombing, trying to draw attention so your demo can get some more damage. You could be bombing directly for their medic. Just trying to get that advantage out, because killing a medic is pretty huge in cost. So it's always a good thing. But yeah, you should probably just be bombing off damage and trying to. If the fight's going slow, you just need your healthy scout to kind of edge the cap to try and force the enemy team into a worse fight. Your flank could try to shove behind, like your scout jumps over this crate right here and tries to get some hits on these guys standing here with the support of your demo man, maybe. Like if the enemy team's trying to stop it, your demo man could help keep the combo at bay here while your flank tries to take a fight into the right side. But yeah, it's mostly your soldiers. Like if they want to bomb in, if they want to bomb behind, if they just want to fade bomb and take some heat off you guys, you have to play off that. Because good demos won't let you cross for nothing. Cool.
Yep, that just about sums up all my questions.
All right. Cool. Oh yeah, if your team likes playing sniper, you can switch off one of your soldiers. And there's just, like I said, there's all sorts of great angles you can play here. That if your sniper can hit his shots will be a total nuisance to the enemy team. And playing against sniper, it's really, again, about your soldiers. Your soldiers need to bomb them ASAP. Like if you see a sniper up there, you need to try and bomb them so your team is able to walk forward. Because it's important that their sniper is worried about a soldier bombing them so the rest of your team can walk up and take the fight that you're a player up in because they sacrificed one of their combat classes for a sniper. Because if your soldier successfully bombs the enemy sniper, then that's taking that it's now a 6v5, and if they try to defend their sniper, then it might even be more while your soldier is still alive. So as long as your soldiers can get bombs off on the sniper, then you'll have a fighting chance. But I think that's it.
Alright, yeah, thank you for coming at a rather sporadic time. The last week has been a bit hectic, so I wasn't able to do schedule a proper a map review on Thursday as I usually do.
All right. Well, I hope this helps your team. I hope you're doing well. I am about to go and jump into an ice bath or something because it is just getting hotter. It's just getting hotter.
Yeah, our team just finally broke a three loss streak.
Nice. I finally got my team even on wins and losses, so.
Yeah. Well, we're still in the rather low AM, so it should still be a good chance that we even it out after this coming week.